Hello, today is Monday the 4th of May 2020. While it is not the end of the lockdown, today is the day that restrictions have been lifted. It's quite clear to see that on the roads. There are a lot more cars out there. The police barriers are still active, but there's clearly a lot more traffic than, forget late March, even say this time. This is what I see today. I mean, I describe this as, say, weekend traffic in Delhi. It's not normal amounts of traffic, but this is, say, weekend amounts of traffic. The cops obviously have a clear eye out for people overcrowding in cars or motorcycles. So if you have a single person in a car, no problems. But more than 2 or 3 people, I guess there will be an issue. Yeah, so you can see a lot more cyclists on the road, a lot more two-wheelers on the road, and there is a significant amount more traffic than normal. Just getting down the Sadiq Nagar crossing. Yeah, so as you can see, this would be a national holiday or Sunday sort of traffic. It's there are cars moving around. This is definitely the most crowded I've seen Delhi roads in a few weeks. I mean, over the last 40 odd days, I've gone out about 7 or 8 days, so yeah, still a pleasant drive, but much more traffic than usual. Let's see this barrier point. The big thing that's changed today compared to earlier is definitely a lot more two-wheelers out on the road. The number of two-wheelers had come down, so obviously a lot of staff going back to office on their two-wheelers. And yeah, let's see, quite clear that the media person there shooting this. So yeah, much more traffic than usual. That's a good sign and a bad sign, of course. As I was talking today, what acceptable amount of excess deaths are we willing to accept with the coronavirus? I mean, when Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal yesterday said that we've got to live with the virus, that translates in a level 2 that we have to accept that some of us, if not all of us, will lose either a friend or acquaintance or family member to the virus in the coming year. I mean, it will take another year at the very least to get a vaccine developed. But what is an acceptable level of death? What excess death? So let's say that one of the leading causes of unnatural death in India is road accidents, something I've harped on about in columns and blogs posts in the past. So last year about 1.5 lakh, that's 150,000 people died on Indian roads. That works out to about 400 people a day. Now for the last 40 days, quite clearly, it's not been 400 people dying on the roads every day. There have been road deaths. I saw a bad accident when I went into work last Wednesday. I think the motorcyclist died. That's sad. But you can't assume 400 has become zero, but I would say it's much smaller, maybe 10, 15 people. So even then, I mean, on average, 390 people haven't died every day. So about 16,000 people, I mean, or 50,500 if you want to use that number, have not died on Indian roads over the last, pigeons are so used to flying, many cars, they're flying lower than usual. Anyway, so about now, that is far less than the number of people who have died due to the virus in India. I mean, our death toll is about 1,000 odd people. I mean, maybe 2,000. I mean, official, unofficial, I don't know what you want to count. So just compared to that, I mean, the number of people who have not died on our roads is is significantly lower than the number of people who have died thanks to coronavirus. Of course, people are still going to drive like idiots. But so, which brings me to the point that what is an acceptable number of excess deaths? How many people do we have to lose? Are we willing to say 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people will die? Or are we saying that, worst case scenario, so many people get infected, it's going to be closer to 65 lakhs, which is, 6.5 million people will die. Interestingly, are these 6.5 million, again, with the 6.5 million, would you consider them people who might have died anyway? If I have advanced blood cancer or lung cancer, and my my chances of surviving were very, very slim any which way. The coronavirus, removes that any possibility of survival for even, as I was reading, some cancers and some treatments that were previously treatable or survivable. I won't say treatable. So, I mean, I would have died anyway. I mean, I had kidney failure. I would have died anyway if I didn't get dialysis. But right now, it's difficult for people to get dialysis. How many extra people are dying thanks to the coronavirus is my question. And that is a question, that is the math we'll have to do. The problem of India, which is it's almost far too difficult to comprehend this in the West, is just the sheer volume of people we have. It's incredible, just the sheer number. I mean, am I surprised that there are a bunch of cases of the virus in Dharavi or Tughlakabad extension or Kapasera village or Sangam Vihar in Delhi? These are highly congested urban slum clusters, where physical distancing is not possible. So, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the virus is, in my opinion, going to impact the poor more, just like road deaths tend to impact pedestrians and motorcyclists more than, say, guys in cars. But and despite progress with safety measures and ABS, traction control, whatnot, and airbags, people will still die on the roads in car accidents, in car crashes. So that just like that, people will, even richer families, will get impacted by the coronavirus, even though one can safely assume that they have better access to healthcare than, say, people who aren't so rich. So it is interesting. I mean, we can debate this over the next few weeks. Let's see how much the death toll spikes up. It will be interesting to see. I don't know. So anyway, I'm headed to Noida. It's about almost exactly 12 noon. You've been noticing traffic. Barapulla is relatively empty, so it's sort of proof that getting out of Noida, getting into Noida is not easy still. So people aren't making that venture. The state borders are shut. I have a pass into Noida, but I do not have access to Gurgaon. I believe Gurgaon is in a really bad way. I was talking to my friend Siddharth Pandey, and he was telling me even journalists can't cross over. They're reporting from the edge of Gurgaon. But that's another point. Should the NCR be considered one unit or two? I mean, the NCR technically, whoa, cow, buffalo on a corner. Thank God I wasn't taking this corner. And these idiots. Yeah, the wildlife has reclaimed the road. This isn't wildlife though, man. Anyhow, so yeah. Let's see. So I'll stop this video off now. Let me cross into Noida and then I'll restart.